Hi there guys and girls, I want to talk about the character announcement for MKX that happened yesterday, and it pretty much went something like this. Oh great, or probably some weird character. Most of the MKX characters being weird so far. Ooh, Quan Chi, I know that guy. He's cool. I wonder what he's going to be like. Maybe they'll put the living weapon in. I did suggest it.
Fool. At your worst, sorcerer. You shall see my worst.
Oh come on! Where's the living weapon? So yeah, you know, it was kind of like that for me. I thought maybe I had a chance of getting Quan Chi having that. I don't know why I'm obsessed with that, but I just think it looks so. I haven't been able to let it go. From the first time I saw that artwork, I really thought that there was a possibility that could put that in one day. It just looks so cool too. But one thing that's cool. I mean, the Quan Chi announcement video was like awesome. Like when I watched it, I was like, oh fuck, this actually really got me really excited for the game. Like I've been excited already, but this got me really excited because I don't know. I think it brought back a bit more of the familiarity of the MK storyline, and I know that Quan Chi has always sort of been a big part of the storyline, and even in the intro to this video, Sean Himmerich gives us a few details, just verbally, nothing visual. He says that Quan Chi will play a major part in the story. He says that Quan Chi has made an army from the fallen Earthrealm warriors. So does that mean the warriors that we saw die in Mortal Kombat or Mortal Kombat 9, you know, what was it? It was like, who was it? It was like, I'm trying to think of the characters now. It was like Jax, I think it was Sonya, you know, that cutscene, I'll put it up now. That cutscene from MK9 where you see them and they're all zombie-like and told to attack Raiden. I think it was like Jade, Katana, you know, I think it was all the mains that died in that room, and Quan Chi had all their souls. I think he even said that, ha 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 ha, I already have their souls. Payment from Shao Kahn or something. Does that mean they're going to be in the game, these characters? If they do, that's like, whoa. Or does it just mean that Quan Chi might be able to morph into these characters? Quan Chi's never been a morpher. So maybe he it's just in the storyline or something, because as we see the gameplay in this video, we didn't see anything with him, like, I don't know, morphing or summoning a dead Earthrealm warrior in the fight or any of that. But I found those details interesting. They must be planning to do something with that, you know, because why would they mention it if it's not a big sort of part of the game? So the other thing was the Kano and Quan Chi alliance. They both have a common goal. This was the other thing he mentioned in the little intro to the video. So Sean Himmerich explains that will they be able to work together for their common goal, or will, you know, will they have something more fiendish planned and betray each other or something? So we get a few little nuggets from the storyline there with Quan Chi and Kano. And then basically the video goes into the variations, the Sorcerer variation, which is pretty much, you know, enhanced moves, all the usual sort of sorcery and weird sort of things like that. Then there's Warlock, which is basically using portables and being more unpredictable, moving around. That's the one I'm going to fucking hate, because I've always said it, guys. I hated that in MK9, the way they would just teleport and appear above you, and it didn't give you much time to block, and he even said it, unpredictable, which means it's hard to sort of block that shit quickly. You know, if it's very unpredictable, you know, it's going to be a nuisance to avoid. So that's the one I'm going to hate, fighting the computer, and I bet that's the one the computer's going to use all the time. Warlock, 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 you know, I can just see it. The third one is Summoner, which is conjuring beasts from the Netherrealm, which is awesome. So like he summons some flying, like, I don't know, looks like a bat or something with a skull face, and attacks them. And there's one that sort of runs along the ground, and, you know, that one to me looks like the most fun, you know, because like I don't know how limited the summoning is, but they could have all sorts of Netherrealm beasts that you could summon, which could be really cool. Yeah, then there's the X-Ray, which is basically, whacks two of his custom green skulls against their skull and breaks them, then pushes or kicks them back into a portal, and then the portal opens, a sideways portal, so they go back, and then the portal opens up, they fall down, and then Quan Chi comes from above, and then comes all the way down and like snaps their neck. That's the X-Ray. And then there's basically the Fatality, which is he possesses them and then pulls out the blade like that, and they just sort of like walk right into it and swallow it like, and then it cuts off. We don't see the rest, But yeah, that's the Quan Chi trailer. There was some artwork with the trailer too. It's pretty much Quan Chi as we know it. I just noticed the armor looked a bit more streamlined, a bit changed. It had like a thing like here. It was like a skull underneath it, which looked really cool. You could see like the green skull sticking out, just the bottom of it, and there was like armor over it. And the other thing I noticed, all the tattoos and all that are normal on the white skin, but the face looked older to me, and I don't know if that's on purpose. We know that the MKX storyline is 5 to 25 years, so I'm guessing this is on purpose, that he looks older in the face. So that's the only other supremely noticeable thing that I found with Quan Chi. But the way the trailer worked and played and everything, it looks really, really awesome. Like the graphics engine, all the little, I love all the little like particle and glowing effects, like the sorcery effects. So like every time Quan Chi does something, like his Quan Chi logo, that sort of triangle in a circle, sort of appears under him every time he does like sorcery and stuff, which I think's awesome. And it just had a great flow. Like the moves just look great and fantastic, and I'm glad that they mentioned a bit about the story at the start of this video too, because that's a big mystery. It's been a big mystery so far, and that's, I think, a lot of the naysayers on MKX. I think that's the problem they have with the game, is that they can't relate to it yet. The other thing I wanted to mention in this video is that in the MKX videos we've seen so far, we haven't seen an arena that we know. And, I mean, maybe, it sort of just hit me today. I'm like, hang on, wait a sec. I mean, there's only been 4 arenas shown. Snow Forest, Jungle, Cove, and, what's the other one? Outworld Marketplace. So, while we know Outworld Marketplace is in Outworld, that's an unknown arena. We've never seen that before. Jungle is an unknown arena. It's not the Living Forest. Cove is a totally new arena. And Snow Forest, we've never seen either, So, my question is this. Are we going to see any arenas that we know in the game? Like, are we going to see the Living Forest? It's in Outworld. Are we going to see the Tower? Are we going to see the Wastelands? Or is this going to be a total breakaway from Outworld as we know it? Because, like, having familiar characters is good, but now the environment just feels very foreign, even though it's Outworld, and I'm guessing Earth. Unless they throw some arenas in there that we know, it's still going to feel a bit off. And I think that's the problem that some of the naysayers have with the game. We haven't seen anything that's familiar to Mortal Kombat yet, environment-wise. It's all new stuff. We have with the characters, we've seen our Scorpion, Sub-Zero, which look awesome, and now our Quan Chi and Kano, they all look amazing. Goro, But we need to see some of the environments that we know. That's if they're in the game. I don't even know if they are. I just wonder what the MK team's got planned for the environments and things like that, Because, yeah, that's a big part of the game for me. Really is. So, who knows? But this Quan Chi trailer, amazing. Like, awesome. And it's kind of, that little joke I just did at the start of this video, that's kind of how it was. I thought it was going to be, when they announced a new character, I thought it was going to be some weirdo character. I didn't think it would be like a familiar character. And yeah, it turned out to be Quan Chi, which is cool. I had a strong feeling Quan Chi and Shinnok will be in MKX. Very strong. like extremely strong. Because, think about it, MK9 ended with Quan Chi and Shinnok. And that's a big plot point, is that it's going to pick up. All the games always follow on. And even though most of the characters are dead, those characters are not. Quan Chi and Shinnok are not dead. So they've got to be in the game, at least somehow. We know Quan Chi's in the game as playable. Shinnok might be in the game, but he might only be in the story. But I guarantee, I'm like 99.9% sure that he'll be in the game, because the game could start with Quan Chi and Shinnok having that argument from the MK4 ending where, you know, as payment for your loyal services, Quan Chi, I grant you the gift of your existence. They have the fight and Quan Chi kills Shinnok. That could happen at the start of MKX, and that could mean that Shinnok's not in the game, he's just in the story. Who knows? Or it could mean that Shinnok and Quan Chi have a big pivotal storyline in the game, which is what I think will be. I just have a feeling that it will be. Shinnok has a big part in the story with Quan Chi, you know, and the whole Scorpion and Sub-Zero thing is kind of weird. The Cassie Cage, Johnny Cage, Sonya thing's kind of weird. Does it mean that that Sonya and Cage are going to be in it? We don't know. Yeah, I wish, like, I love these announcement trailers, these character announcement trailers. But you know what I liked with Mortal Kombat 9 was when they were doing the marketing. They weren't just character trailers. They do, like, you know, they did like the Disturbed Shadows trailer. And then they did like environmental trailers. They did like the Perch, the Deadpool, you know. And then they did, you know, feature videos like Challenge Tower and things like that. And I'd love a video that talks a bit about the story. And maybe we're going to get that closer to the release date. But I mean, it's not that far away. Let's be honest, guys. Where are we? It's like October now. So November, December, Jan, Feb, March, April. We're like 6 months away from the game, you know, so I'm hoping that they do release a video that talks about the story or some of the features of the game now. Now that we've seen what sort of like what the characters are like, and that, I'd like to know a bit more about the rest of the game. I'd like to know about this big feature they got planned, and maybe they're not ready to show it off yet, you know, but that stuff's important, so I'm hoping they don't just, you know, do character announcement trailers up until the game drops. I don't think they will, though. But I just thought they would have announced something else by now, other than characters. You know, it'd be nice to even, if they could just talk in detail about one of the environments from MKX. You know, like in detail. Like, because they've worked on it, they know. You know, it's different when you talk to the MK team about one of their levels. I always remember that time speaking to Tony Goski at E3 in 2006 and asking him about the Living Forest, and him telling me all sorts of things like the trees are modelled from Ed Boon's face, and most of the Living Forest is inspired from the movie The Evil Dead, where the forest comes alive and attacks all the people, the horror movie. You know, and he was telling me all sorts of like intricate little details and inspiration and things like that. You know, and you can only get that from the MK team, because if you get it from a fan, it's speculation. But when you get it from the artist, you know it's 100%. You know, so it'd be cool, like, to see some videos of the MK team, especially the ones who worked on the environments or the concepts or the final rendered environments or arenas. You know, have a few people even to talk about that stuff. You know, and I'd love to a video too with Dan Forden and the audio people talking about the music and sound of the game. You know, like, I don't just want to know about the characters and that. And sort of want a bit of a scope on the production of MKX. Now the other thing is, me making this video right now, it's Friday here, and the EB Games Expo in Australia started today, and it's on tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, but it's in Sydney, and I couldn't afford to go to Sydney to go to the expo, which sucks, because MKX is there. But I'm hoping that MKX comes to PAX, which is next month in Melbourne. I'm here. Press pass is already organised. I've got, you know, I'm ready to go full steam at PAX. You know, so I'm hoping just hoping that MKX is there. And it'd be even cooler if someone came from NetherRealm to PAX. I don't know if that's on the cards or not, though, because they've got Aaron Pipagrendes, and I hope I said his name right just then, up in Sydney. And he's talking about... he's not talking about it. He's talking about MKX. He's showing it off. You know, so I think he's... Sorry, I was trying to think what his role... I think he's producer. But Sean Hemrick said he's producer too, so... I always get confused. Sometimes I have a few producers. But, yeah, Aaron Pipagrendes, he's worked on a lot of the Mortal Kombat games, MK9 especially. And, yeah, he's up in Sydney right now, you know, showing off the game and doing interviews. So, I'm not there, but Komidogu are there, and MKAU Gaming are there. You've seen me play Mortal Kombat 2 with Lance, and you've seen me play Mortal Kombat 9 with Chris. So those are both those people, and they should be hopefully getting an interview with Aaron. And just keep an eye on my Twitter, and I'll retweet those when they pop up. And I assume they're going to get an interview. I don't know if they are or not, but I assume that's how it works. But yeah, I think that's everything I needed to say about the Quan Chi announcement. So yeah, I'm sorry again that, you know, I've slowed the video releases down. Yeah, approaching that 1,000th video, still sort of don't know what to do with it. And yeah, it's sort of just taking my time, because I can't rush and put videos up. If I suddenly put reviews up, like, or Conquest reviews, and then like a surprise video, I'll be honest, this one took me by surprise. This one surprise video comes up, then that's another video I got to put up. So I'm saving those last 6, you know, just in case there's any surprises out of the blue that I need to do a video about before I hit the 1,000. So that's why I'm not doing one a week. I'm slowed it down until I hit that 1,000. You know, yeah. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, that's how it is at the moment. So, but yeah, as always, thanks for watching. If you like the video, share it around. Likes appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. I would appreciate that. Yeah. Actually, also, I will mention Portable MK. Sorry, I forgot his name. I've just totally gone blank. His name's Portable MK. Well, that's what he calls his website. He's made this port of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on Game Boy Color, and he's given me a copy of it to review. Now, there's already a review up online. You can already find a review up online. He's only given this copy of this game to a few people. So this first guy's reviewed it. You can go check it out. And I'm going to review it too, because I like what I see, and he's done a good job. But because I'm old school, and I'm lucky enough to actually have the equipment, because it's a Game Boy Color game, a long time ago I bought a blank Game Boy Color cartridge. Now normally I don't like, you know, but primarily these things were used to, you could download ROMs and play them on your hardware, but a lot of people use them for development. I use them for convenience. So I take one cartridge with me, and it had 6 Game Boy games on it, Game Boy black and white games. That's why I had one. I only held 6, so I got a very small one. And then they were sued by Nintendo and you couldn't get them anymore. So I've got this cartridge, and it's just pure luck too that it should fit, because it's a 512 meg and the game's 512 meg, so it should fit on there. And but the only problem is, because these things existed such a long time ago with Game Boy Color sort of stuff, the tool that puts the game onto the cartridge, I've got it, no problem over there, but it's an old connector. It's parallel, or what we call LPT in computers. So I need to organise a way to get a parallel port. I mean, I've got old computers here, but it's going to be trouble. It's not going to work properly. So I'm going to try and, my friend, I just took a parallel card out of his computer. I'm like, you don't need this shit anymore. He should still have it, so I'm going to just grab it off him and whack it in one of my computers and transfer the game, and then sort of do a review actually on the Game Boy Color, which I think will be cool. That's what I'm planning to do. I'm hoping everything goes A-okay, but we'll have to see. Until I get the parallel card, I won't know. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that, but you can look that up online now. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Game Boy Color. Yeah, so yeah, thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.